Something happened a couple days ago that we haven't told anybody about.
We haven't told anybody but us because we were in the car.
Together when it happened.
I got pulled over by the coppers.
So, like, piggybacking off of what happened last week.
Yeah, basically.
Or what we were talking about.
Last week, yeah.
You got pulled over?
Yeah, I got...
What the... You were probably fucking speeding.
Yeah, I was going 58 and a 45.
Well, it was just like a bare, empty road.
It's like a country
road.
road. Like, yeah, and I know cops hide out there, and I thought I was in the clear.
Dumbass.
No, I thought I was in the clear because I passed where they normally are. He said,
he got you.
He got me good.
Bro.
And
he pulled out, and then she dropped her speed.
I was like,
he was like, and he got her.
Yeah,
yeah,
no
and he put the lights
ticket.
on. Yeah, no, I didn't get a ticket.
But that wasn't even.
Hallelujah.
Was he mean?
No, he said, "Did you know you were going?" I was like, "Yes, I'm sorry. I know I'm sorry."
She did too. She said, "I know I'm
so sorry."
But then when he walked away, I shit you not, she was like, she thought she was gonna get a ticket. She goes,
"Oh, I bet. I know your crying face."
I was
Bro,
freaking
she literally
out.
slammed her head against the fucking thing. It was like. She was
I was so pissed.
Her crying
having a
face,
ticket
like that
4
one
years
time.
ago.
Oh my god.
He was like, "So when's the last time you had a ticket?" I was like, "I was 18."
You were like, "Last week."
I was like, I was 18, and so I'm 22 now, and that makes it 4 years ago.
Bro.
It's like, can't you just check my fucking record for me? And
No, her registration was like the fucking...
temporary. I don't know. He's like, "It's fully registered, though." I got the car in October.
Dude, the shit was fucking hilarious, though.
You need to find your registration then.
Yeah, it's somewhere.
Yeah, you like seriously need to. A temporary is not gonna last you too long.
No.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah, you need to find that.
Yeah. Oh, I'll just need to because I think you can reprint it if you've.
You have to pay something though.
Yeah, something. I don't know.
The
Whatever.
secretary or
It's
whatever.
fine.
So you might as well just look at least and
Right.
see. But if not, then that's your last option. But damn.
Yeah, no, that sucked. I cried. There was tears going down my face. He said, "I'm just gonna advise you to slow down." I was like, "Thank you." We were on our way to Crumble.
Bro.
Cookie.
Crumble
Yeah,
cookies.
and then when it was over, I was like, we'll still make it in time. And then Madison thought that they took cash. I knew deep down they didn't take cash. Neither of us had any money on our cards. We only had cash. I walk in that bitch, and I'm trying to, order or whatever. And I'm looking. I'm like, I don't see no cash register. These motherfuckers don't use cash at all. They don't take cash whatsoever. I'm like, do you know how much money you'd be making if you took fucking cash?
Yeah.
You fucking
It's kind
modern
of weird that they
imbecile.
don't.
Why wouldn't a business take cash?
Because it's a fucking, new business. And these new fucking... Call me what you fucking want, but, if you don't take cash, you're not getting the entire, There's a lot of people that don't use cash, but, won't go to a place that doesn't take cash.
Yeah.
Because it's stupid that you don't fucking take cash.
And most people nowadays do cash than card because they're always scared that somebody's gonna hack their
Old
cards.
people,
and
yeah.
shit.
I'm like, you're
Yeah.
missing the entire old generation.
Which I totally understand,
Yeah.
but it's the reason your cards are probably getting hacked is because older people are more innocent
buying
and
shit off
able to
Facebook
fall off.
Marketplace.
Yeah, and that's how
Not
they get their
Marketplace, but, the
information.
ads.
Listen.
Yeah.
Our grandma has been told on multiple occasions by our aunt to not buy things on Facebook, and it's so mad, but she constantly keeps doing it. It's like, girl, Miss Ma'am. And I
all
think
your
she
shit
did
is
get
gonna be
hacked.
stolen
I think
one.
said she did get hacked or something. I don't know.
You're gonna have your shit stolen. That's why you don't just put your info in on just anywhere.
No.
You have to be conscious of that shit.
Yeah.
And just older people, unfortunately, are easier to fall for the
Dumb shit.
scam than
Yeah.
they read it and it's like, oh, you want my social security number too? Fuck yeah!
Why not?
Yeah, put that bitch
especially
in there.
for this hoodie that says, I love my grandkids.
Right,
Some
and
shit
it's
like
just
that.
like-
All of their names on it.
Right,
And it's bedazzled.
right, and it's
Like,
just
just
like,
something
girl,
like
Best grandma, I'm gonna buy it for myself.
Bro,
I'm buying it for me.
this is something I'm doing for me after everything I've been through. You're giving your fucking credit card information up to these motherfuckers that don't even know their ass from their head.
And one time, me or whatever, his grandma, there used to be people they will call your grandparents' houses and pretend to be your grandchildren. They did it all the time to pretending to be. hey grandma, like don't tell mom and dad, but I need some money because of this and that or whatever. And like they normally, like sometimes they fall for it. Well, grandma was smart enough and she called like it's like, hey, was this was like, oh no, like don't, anytime, like, so now her is like, it's actually me. Like it's actually me. I'm not calling to ask you for money.
That's crazy because like how do they like
they just like they literally just figure out everything about you. They figure out who your fucking grandkids are and pose as them to try and like
You've never heard of that?
I have, and that's just so
That's the thing about it though. You
thing
find an obituary on the like
it's really not that hard.
An
Literally, you can just
obituary?
look through somebody's Facebook.
I thought you meant of the grandparent. That's
No,
I mean,
that you're
his
supposed to be
grandpa
calling.
passed away, so that's
That makes sense.
you
Yeah.
can find the grandchildren.
That Facebook, it's very, it's really simple if you just sit down and try and figure it out. I mean, I did it all the time back
no,
then.
it's not
Well,
hard
it
at
wasn't
all.
towards,
it's-
it wasn't like in general. It was towards people I didn't like, like I wanted to figure out like, who their
I'm gonna
family
take
and
you the
shit
fuck
was.
down type
Right,
shit.
but like other than that,
Where do you
no.
live?
Literally.
You can find literally anything on the internet.
Yeah, that's
Anything.
scary.
The only thing you
But
can't
it's true.
find is like when a number is somebody's, because you have to like pay for that shit,
Yeah.
or like one of those apps that has you like do all that shit to get it, and it's
Every call I
tried.
get on my phone now, dude.
What?
Spammers.
Literally.
I don't
I'm
get
like-
a lot of spam anymore. I get like a random spam call every like.
I get one every day.
See, sometimes. Oh yeah, same.
Like,
I tell my
it's
shit to
literally-
block it.
And it'll literally say
I need
like,
to do
oh,
that.
from Pontiac, Michigan, but have an 810 area code, and I'm like, how
Right.
does
It should be a 248, sweetheart.
How does that make sense
doesn't-
though? Like that's not right. Like I understand like some of my clients have like a 989 number. Like I
Right.
totally understand that. Or like my aunt, her area code's out in Texas because that's where her daughter got her phone.
Right.
At. So like I totally get that. But then it's like the spam callers. It's just like really. But also I unfortunately have to answer all of those because I don't know if they're clients or not.
Right.
True.
So I just answer them and like, oh hey, your taxes. Well, fuck you. I didn't file taxes last year, so
Nice try.
literally, I didn't make enough,
Or like
bitch.
student loans.
Literally.
It's like I just graduated. I have a 6-month grace period. Thank you. Like no.
Grace
Before you
period.
have
Wait,
to
what's
start
that?
paying them?
Before I have
Oh.
to start paying my unless I go back to school. But that's not going to be.
You know what we need to talk about? The presidential
Friendship.
debate.
Oof.
I've been seeing like
Yuck.
all these memes and shit, and honestly, at this point, that's what it is.
It's
It's a fucking joke.
reality
hysterical.
TV show.
I was fucking stoned
Like-
off my rockers watching this shit, and I literally, as soon as it turned on,
I was just like,
wheezing, bro.
We were like, what are they
Wheezing.
talking about? And then they were talking about who's a better golfer.
literally,
What?
that lost me. I was like,
What?
what the fuck?
What are you talking about?
Like, why are
And
this
it was
is-
like a question, like, what are you gonna do to help climate change? Well, I'm the better golfer. And it's like, that's not even what she fucking asked.
no, literally.
They,
We're like
every single question completely
going
ventured
back
off.
to what I was just
literally,
saying
and Trump would
before.
be like, well, going back to, like,
And it's
fuck
like,
you,
no,
bro.
she asked a whole different question. Like,
And she'd be like, oh, well, answer the fucking question.
And the thing is,
Like-
is like James Charles, you reposted
That
with
was
James
so-
Charles,
literally,
said,
that was so
and I
funny.
was like,
well, James
he's
Charles,
so right.
he's so
is.
real.
Like, what are we talking about?
and the memes, like, off of that, where it's, like, me finding out about quicksand at 10. what does he say? And nobody seems to fucking care!
No, but
Like-
literally, there was some funny parts where he was like, you have the mental capacity of an alley cat. I was just like,
That's wild.
I was like, damn, you got him good.
Period. Uncle Joe said what he had to say.
I know. I was like, damn. I didn't think he would come back at him. And then he said that. He was like, well,
He's
you
so
have the mental
sassy.
capacity of an alley cat. And I was like,
All these men nowadays are so sassy.
Quick with it.
I'm not. I just that whole thing was just a fucking absolute joke. Like, if that's how the rest of them are going to be, I'm not voting for either of them.
Bro, I'll move.
Oh my god.
Literally.
I'll
like,
fucking
I'm
move
literally.
to,
It's
like,
just getting
Australia.
crazy.
It's so fucking stupid.
No, I
A lot
won't
of the
go to
Democrats
Australia.
are like trying to come together and find a better candidate than Joe.
party?
No,
And it's not
trying to
that-
get him to not run.
It's not that I
This
don't
close.
think that he's, capable,
Mhm.
but he's getting into his older age. And I firmly believe that by the time, like, Donald Trump, if he were to win this election, he'll be, like, 82 years old by the
Both
time
of them
his
are going to
fucking
be
thing is-
old, ancient
Yeah.
artifacts.
They're
I'm
gonna
like,
die.
and that's the thing. Well,
They-
Joe,
yeah.
Joe Biden's old, and Donald Trump is right fucking
He's
behind
like, what,
him.
like
3 years younger.
than him?
Literally, right behind him.
Like, that's not.
You're older than my grandparents.
Just because he had Botox and he looked like he's younger doesn't mean that he is, babe.
And he doesn't even look it. Let's
Bro.
be for real.
No.
When
That-
during the when I was watching it, I looked up like videos of Joe Biden like falling up and down the stairs. There's so many. This motherfucker motherfucker chips like 3 times. He's like, ooh, ooh. And you know that he's
And
like,
he's solid.
Oh shit.
I mean, he's
Like solid though.
I mean, he like was biking, fell off that bike. He's still biking though.
Dude,
like
he's
you're old as
good.
hell.
Like, that motherfucker drank his milk, period.
I think they need to lower the age in which age you can become president.
I
I
agree.
think a 30 or 35-year-old does have the mental capacity to run the country
it is
and do it
35.
well.
Yeah, it is
I think it should be
35.
dropped to 30 though.
I think
I think
30
it
is
should
a
be
good
too.
age.
Wasn't Obama
I said
35?
20. I said
Roughly.
25, but my mom's like, that's really young. And I think it's young, yeah. But our
Yeah.
generation,
We're so smart.
yeah, our generation, we could do it if we
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah.
to. That's just
But
the
the thing
thing.
about it, in our generation too, there's fucking idiots.
Right.
You know
But
what I mean?
also,
That's with any generation.
I was
though,
thinking
you
about
know?
it from like a point of view. Most times when presidents are elected, they have experience within the government. So I try to think of it, well, do you have enough time after college? Say, you're a college student.
Yeah.
Do you have enough time to have that experience within the government to fully understand
Nah,
how it goes?
really.
And
Which
you
is
need
why I'm
about
like
7 years of
maybe
experience.
28, 30. I
Yeah.
think that's a good range.
Yeah, because then
Yeah.
you should be established in your career.
Yeah.
Whatever. If not, then you still have time.
Which I
whatever.
can't ever remember
But-
that one girl's name. But she's like really for women's rights and everything. And I can't
Isn't
remember.
that bitch fucking
She has I think it's a longer name.
Greta starts with like no, she has like slanted kind of eyes.
I don't know. Dark hair, like dark brown,
dark?
almost black. Yeah, and she's younger.
I don't know.
Way younger. I know. I can't remember the name. My mom talks about her all the time. But she like the only reason she hasn't ran is because
she's
fuck.
young.
What is her damn name?
I think I know who you're talking about.
Okay, if you can find it, then let me know.
Is she Mexican?
I think so. Yes. Or she has something
Oh,
like there's
gosh.
something in her that she's obviously not white. Like her skin's a little bit darker toned.
Okay, then you're not thinking of the same person.
No, I know who you're talking about.
AV. I think she has a short name,
yeah.
like an AV
Yep,
something.
it's
You know what I mean?
Oh man, she has a nickname. She's really pretty.
Yes. I can't remember.
AOC.
Yes.
What the fuck is her name though?
I can't remember, but she.
A lot of people hate her.
Alexandria.
I really
a lot of
I
people
liked
hate
her.
her.
I liked her. I think she
mean,
was
she's
okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. She's
Which-
34, so she can run in a year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
which
that's
she
the only
probably will.
reason. That's the only reason she didn't.
She's
Like a couple years ago. But like I just like how I like a lot of her arguments. Like she
Yeah.
is very educated. I love that. I love the educated.
She's
You have
young.
to be
Yeah.
educated.
And she knows her shit. She knows how to come back at people. She doesn't take anything for anybody. I love that. But just our candidates now are just absolutely.
And I
I
think-
literally don't know who I'm gonna vote for. I have no idea. Definitely not Trump.
No.
I literally
Oh my
can't.
god, I can't.
Is when a vote doesn't go for Joe Biden, it's immediately for Trump. That's the
Literally,
thing.
it's just
That's why I'm
Voting
like,
third party is throwing your fucking vote away.
literally because
Third
nobody.
party never
The
fucking
Green Party's
wins.
never gonna win
Has
I
third
know.
party
ever. No, never.
I mean,
Ever.
but if we all
third
came
party ever
together,
won it?
my parents really believe that he's gonna get in office and then step down and give it to Kamala,
Probably.
which I believe
he
it probably
should-
will
he
happen.
should.
Oh, absolutely.
She's gone.
Still independent. I have very little Republican point of views. The rest of them would be Democratic.
Yeah.
Like, do I believe that college should be free for everybody to go? I don't firmly believe that it should be fully
It shouldn't
free.
be free.
No, but it should
But
be
the
$30
price
fucking
exactly.
$1,000.
I don't
Can't
think
be.
that you should
That's
be
what I
in
was gonna say.
lifetime
That's the
debt.
thing about it is it used to be like
Affordable.
3K.
And that's fine. I could do 5 and call it good.
Right.
That's good. I don't mind that. Like, not at all. But when it comes up to $35,000 and then people are $100,000 and
That and like statistically like speaking, we are working 8 to 10 times harder than anyone else has. In
yeah, just to
the history
make
of America.
Just to make
living
ends
wage.
meet.
Living
Yeah.
wage now is like you have to make. It says it's 77K. It's more than that.
You have to. You have
Because
to be
when
making
you
at
add
least
up, like,
6
how much
figures.
everything else
Yeah.
has gone up. You have to make at least 180K a year to even live,
Comfortable.
go to college, like save money, all
Yeah.
that shit. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because, like, I look at my, like, prices and stuff now inside the salon, and, like, I do all the math. Once because each week I have to buy new color and shit. I come
Right.
home with nothing. At the end of the week, I have, like, $100 that I have. And then that goes to gas, or I have to pay my car insurance, or I have to do this. And it's not livable. I don't care what any of them say. Like, fucking $12 an hour isn't going to get you shit.
That's the thing
Anywhere.
about it. Minimum
Ever.
wage now is only like
7.
3% higher than it was in the 50s.
Yeah.
The median
Or maybe not, 50s,
American
like this out.
minimum
Minimum
wage is like $7.33.
yeah,
Yeah.
and what's that going to do?
Nothing. That's
only-
gonna let you get a
That's
box
my
on the side of
tip.
the road. That's like
barely. That's barely a tip. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's just like, but was the fact that they were talking about, like, president was like, you tore apart the economy that I built. You didn't build an economy, though. It started going bad in the end of your presidency. Everything went to shit.
It's always going to fluctuate.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter who's
Nobody,
in there.
literally, it does not matter.
In there.
I thought you said the mayor. I was like,
You know
So,
what? Gretchen needs to run.
That's what, for real.
Gretchen thought she was gonna.
I would love
She's
Gretchen
such a bad
in there.
bitch. I love her. I don't
Bro.
care. I
Gretchen
do
Whitmore?
not care.
I love her.
She's
You
such
have
a
our vote,
baddie.
babe.
You have our vote.
And that's because she's always quick with the comebacks. Like, you know,
she don't care.
remember
She
with
should
about the
be. You
beer,
remember when
the beer
they
shit?
almost tried to kidnap her?
What?
Wait, what?
What?
They like trying to kidnap fucking
Miss Gretchen?
That's crazy.
I think so. You might have to look it up and fact check me.
Wait a
So
second.
back in 2020, because I was still working at a daycare here, and I was living here, and I go out to my car for lunch, or maybe just to leave to go home. I can't remember. And all of a sudden, it's on my fucking Twitter at the time, and it was fucking like Gretchen Whitmer almost got like
I think
stolen.
I remember that.
She
Like,
almost
you
got
almost stole our
stolen.
Pookie.
Oh,
Pookie.
it was a kidnapping plot.
yes,
Yes.
Says on October 8th of 2020, the U.S. Federal Bureau
FBI,
Bureau.
the FBI.
of Investigation. I don't know what the
Bureau.
fuck that shit's
Bureau.
called. Bureau.
Bureau.
Boo-roo.
Bureau. I don't fucking know.
I know. I'm saying.
Announced the arrest of 13 men suspected for orchestrating a domestic terror plot to kidnap
was
American
her-
politician Gretchen Whitmer.
What did she
It was
do
her
to
lakeside
you?
home or something like that.
Like,
It was up
what the
north.
fuck?
It was
Hold
up
on.
north. Up north home.
It
north?
says
Up north.
says and otherwise using violence to overthrow the state government. Some have labeled the attempt as an example of stochastic terrorism, where violent rhetoric by prominent figures inspire the plot. It says right here, like, who it was. Okay, here. So the motive was retaliation for Whitmer's handling of COVID-19 pandemic in Michigan because she closed everything down.
Would you like to...
My thing is,
everybody
if
shut everything
they-
down.
If they would have closed shit down in the beginning, from like, if Trump would have taken into consideration to close everything down in the beginning, and I firmly stand on this, I don't give a fuck, for a couple weeks, a couple months, we probably would have been out of that shithole way sooner than what we were.
Yeah.
Because nobody would have been out to be able to spread it.
Yep.
And then where else would it go? Fucking.
As soon as we would have heard about it, because it happened in like
I had
November
COVID. I had
of
COVID
November,
way
December.
before COVID
Yeah,
was announced.
you
I had it
did.
in the December of 2019.
Yeah.
I remember because I couldn't smell and I couldn't taste anything, and it was
here
horrible.
before we even knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just didn't
Easily.
announce. He knew.
No.
He just
Yeah.
didn't want to say
Right,
anything.
because it came that's when we should have stopped all travel.
Absolutely. And the fact that he still allowed that shit, it could have been stopped sooner.
100%.
And I don't care what anybody
We were
says.
in
Oh
school
no.
for like 5 months after that.
Yeah.
Until March like 13th or 12th or 13th. and
Like
then
we
were out
could
for
have
months.
missed so
It was-
much.
Friday the 13th when all that shit went down like that, bro.
It says right
Damn,
here the names of the guys. So accused were Daniel Harris, Brandon Castira, Eric Molitar, Michael Knoll, and William Knoll.
You
but
notice how all those motherfuckers? Oh, I can't.
there was these are the guys convicted. Was
Are they
Ty
white?
I don't know, Ty
Probably
Garbin,
white-ass
Caleb
names.
Franks, Adam Fox, Barry Croft, Paul Beller, Joseph M. Morrison, Pete Musco,
many of these
Brian
motherfuckers.
Higgins, and Sean Fix.
Isn't Barry and Croft look at? I think it's that brand of that jacket. Look.
Oh, there's more. It says the federal charges. So Fox, Garbin, Croft, Frank, Harris, Castira were conspiring. Fucking motherfucker. Conspiring. Did I say that right? Conspiring
yes.
to commit kidnapping. Fox, Croft, Harris. Conspiracy to use weapon of mass destruction. Their state fines, which were Musico or whatever his last name is, Morris, Fix, Molitor, Michael, and Michael, Knoll, Beller, and Higgins, so pretty much all of them, providing material support for terrorist acts. Fix, Molitor, Michael, and William Knoll, firearms offense, and then there's 3 more, Musico, Morrison, and Beller are a part of gangs, so they got fined for gang membership.
Ooh.
The verdict...
Like gang, like California gangs.
Wow.
Gangs? Michigan?
Yeah, so
There's
federal...
gangs in Michigan,
That's
ain't there?
true.
Garbin and Franks pleaded guilty. Castira and Harris pleaded not guilty. Beller, Morrison, and Musco were guilty. Fix, Higgins, pleaded guilty. Michael and William Molitor were not guilty. So some of them were, here are their sentences. Garbin has a 2.5 year in prison plus a $2,500 fine. Franks has 4 years in prison. Box has 16 years in prison. And Croft has 19 and 7 months in prison. 19 years and 7 months.
Oh, because you wanted to hurt Gretchen.
Do you want me to read this last part right here? This might tell us what happened.
Attempt to assault.
It says, half the suspects were tied to paramilitary militia groups that called themselves the Wolverine Watchmen. 6 of the suspects...
Gay are you?
Literally Wolverine Watchmen.
Holy
That's
shit.
crazy.
That's fucking wild.
Anyway.
6 of the suspects were charged in federal court, while the other 7 were charged with state crimes. A week later, a 14th suspect was arrested and charged in state court. So there's 14. 2 men pleaded guilty and offered to testify in behalf of the prosecution as a part of the favorable plea deal, while 2 men were acquitted to trial. 2 other men have received a hung jury at the first trial were later found guilty of kidnapping, conspiracy, and conspiracy to possess weapons of mass destruction. One of those men were also convicted of another explosive charge, which means like bombs and shit.
Right. Oh my
They
God.
tried to like bomb her house.
Yeah.
And, like,
Three
Fuck is the reason?
3 other men were later convicted of a felony courts of gang membership, providing materials such as support of terrorism and illegal weapon possession in the state's first trial stemming from the case. 2 more defendants pleaded guilty at a later trial to providing or attempting to provide material support, whereas 3 others were acquitted. The Wolverine Watchman group was reportedly an offshoot of the Michigan militia. So it's like basically like
Subgroup.
militia, and it's like
a
stems
subgroup.
down from it pretty much.
that's crazy.
It's the audacity
Oh wait,
these
the
motherfuckers have.
plot to kidnap Governor Whitmer developed from June through September. Within the week preceding the Wolverine Watchman's arrest, there were at least 3 other states. So this thing was planned out for like months in advance. Which I mean,
You're gonna have to. if you're gonna
Whitmer, the
try to
main
pull
target
it
of the
off.
plot, has seen her political profile evaluated over the preceding months due to her early response of the outbreak of COVID-19, which enacted strict mitigation measures such as lockdown from the state.
Okay.
She becomes a target of criticism from far-right groups, and her measures triggered protests in May and April, blah, blah, blah. Donald Trump offered his support for the protests, desirably calling Whitmer that woman from Michigan, and tweeting April 17th, liberate Michigan. 2 weeks later, on April 30th, armed protesters entered Michigan State's capital.
Listen. Trump needs to keep his mouth shut about our Gretchen.
That's what I'm
For
saying.
real.
Because-
he needs to keep his mouth shut fucking period, because he's a dumb fuck.
Literally.
Like Donald Trump,
That's what
you are a
he's saying.
fucking piece of shit, and
Crazy.
the trash takes itself out. That's all I have to say, babe.
So some of them weren't even charged.
Of course not.
Some of
Because
them
in
might not
America,
have
our
actually
justice
been
system
involved.
is
It was
fucking
just their
stupid.
group.
Oh,
Either way, guilty by association.
Yeah,
Gives
true.
us a whole rundown of who these people are and why or where. So Adam Fox was considered the mastermind of the plot. He was born Adam Dean Wagner, but changed his last name to his mother's maiden name in 2014.
She a hooker?
He was living in the basement of his former employer's, a vacuum repair shop in Grand Rapids.
Of course it was Grand Rapids.
Yeah, but he's living with his former employer, as in his boss, in his basement for a vacuum repair shop in Grand Rapids.
Okay.
Oh, right.
No big goals there, buddy.
No, literally.
Fox was homeless and had pet dogs. That's why that guy let him live there. The basement was used to hold multiple meetings discussing the plot. He posted a YouTube video in June mentioning
They really
Whitmer's
did it for the
handling
plot.
of the pandemic as one of his motives for the plot. So he posted this shit on YouTube. According to his employer, Fox exposed anti-police and anti-government views, along with support of the Boogaloo movement, and has recently become worried about the U.S. becoming a communist economy and the Democratic politician taking away his guns.
Oh, you want your fucking guns? You want your fucking guns? How about you shove it up your ass? Because that's so internalized gay. Like, you are
That's
so
insane.
scared
It's gay.
because you're so gay and you're so scared of it. It's so
Timeline.
internalized, you're just fucking gross.
Okay, so here's the timeline of what happened. The FBI had become aware of the group chats on social media in early of 2020.
Like,
Right. Threatening to conduct a violent overthrow of state governments and law enforcement. The U.S. veteran Dan Chappell, so he fought in the army, one of these guys, had joined the group and become concerned about their use of hunting apps that could be used to track the addresses of the police officers. He informed a friend and a local officer from the unidentified police department in Michigan, who they relayed the concerns to the FBI. During the initial investigation of social media chats, the FBI said that they encountered Barry Croft and Adam Fox. The FBI interviewed Chappell, who agreed to become a confidential source after they raised concerns that they were planning to kill officers. So that guy must have joined in the group thinking this is wrong and I could probably, stop this if I would be an insight for them. Their first meeting was arranged by someone who turned out to be a longtime government informant from Wisconsin who paid for hotel rooms and food as incentives. On March 30th, Pete, a co-founder of the Hollerin Watchmen, made a comment about placing Whitmer under citizen's arrest and numerous other statements on tape that prosecutors later said had indicted a violent intent.
Right. And these are also people who have a big part in the government.
Oh, wow.
Can you fucking believe that? Those are the people in the government in America.
Wow.
That is our country.
That's what I was
our
gonna
country
say,
is a
though.
fucking joke.
Yeah, it is.
If Trump gets elected, the Congress, both sides, favor him.
Of course they do.
So what are we going to do?
Literally.
We're going to be screwed.
As
yeah.
fuck.
Because he's going to pass everything.
Oh, yeah.
Abortion's going to be illegal.
Mm-hmm.
All these things are going to be illegal.
Yeah.
He's
There's going to
take
be
away
no
gay
gun
marriage.
control.
We're not going to be able to have birth
No
control.
gay marriage. No birth control.
Why
Yeah.
the fuck
No
are
nothing.
we regressing? It's not even your fucking business.
That's my thing. We're going back to like the 1950s.
Are-
And it's
why?
not.
Literally.
It's not.
Why are we treating it like
We're
that?
not
so
advancing
fucking
as a
stupid.
country.
It's
there's-
embarrassing.
It's embarrassing as hell. And like all these other countries are laughing at us.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking joke worthy because those are basic human rights.
This part
to
right
have the right to
here-
do what you need to do with your fucking body.
Yeah, this part right here, it says, intentions by the group to obtain Whitmer's address reportedly went as far back as April 19th. The same month, the Hollerin Watchmen built a fake house with PVC tubing referred to as a kill house. And Chappelle showed them how to push inside the building and clear the rooms. According to Chappelle, Musico would circle the fake house and pretend to wait for Whitmer so he could catch that bitch as she came out of the emergency exit. On April 30th, all members of the group attended an armed protest at the Michigan State Capitol, which prosecutors said was the beginning of opportunities to conduct surveillance. Chappelle reportedly heard whispers about the storming of the state capitol during this time, but did not happen when Michigan State police officers stood down and granted the protesters access to the building. On May 8th, the FBI obtained a federal search warrant for the review of Cross' Facebook account. Agents found messages plotting potential acts of violence, including a May 3rd post referencing a male individual who may be first and was wanted in custody. The FBI claims this individual was South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster.
What the state governor?
So the plot was reportedly hatched in an official capacity of June 6 among a group of other dozen individuals meeting in Dublin, Ohio, a suburb located northwest of Columbus. Confidential source at the meeting
Shocker.
reported, literally,
Right, let me just say, shut
literally, reported that the group primarily sought to establish a new self-resilient society that adhered to the U.S. Bill of Rights. Participants reportedly discussed peaceful and violent actions of achieving this goal, with talk shifting on how state governments were allegedly violating the U.S. Constitution, how tyrants should be killed, and those present should return home to recruit to neighbors. There's 13,000 pages of encrypted text messages between all of them.
13,000.
And that's not enough to get every single one of those motherfuckers convicted. That's the U.S. justice system
I mean, if
for
you
you.
fucking divide 13,000 by 13, that's 10,000 each person, or 1,000 each
1,000
person.
each person.
That's insane. That's a lot.
That's a whole lot.
That's a fucking lot.
That's like that's
We don't even have
That's
13,000
insane.
messages in our fucking group chat. You know
Probably
what I
not.
mean?
No,
Well,
no, probably
probably
not.
That's why it's just like, that's a lot. That is a fuck ton of messages. Imagine, like,
on what?
just
Probably
plotting,
just everything?
plotting
Text
to do
messages and
that was their
No,
plot.
I know, but like, what was it on? Was it like fucking?
Yeah, it was on
I-
Facebook
WhatsApp?
Messenger, is what it said. It was on Facebook
Fucking
Messenger.
meta,
that's
dude.
even worse.
That's why they tried to get the search warrant for his Facebook so that they could go through the messages, and that's where they found it. Which my question
Okay.
is, why didn't you have the person who you were having scout for them as a source? Why didn't you just search through his messages if he was already a part of it?
Right.
Exactly.
You would have figured that out much sooner. But I remember that now that
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it,
Yeah.
that they tried to kidnap her.
Yeah.
But I never looked too far into it because it
No.
wasn't like super. It wasn't super severe. Like they attempted to kidnap her and
Yeah.
it went through or something like that.
caught
Like they
it
caught it way
before.
before. Yeah, which is good.
But-
Well, of course. 'Cause
I
if
mean,
we didn't have our baby girl
Jesus.
Gretchen, like, who the fuck would be running Michigan?
We're about to have to figure that out very soon.
She can't run again.
No, she's in her last one. I think it's the next
How
7
long
years.
has she been our?
I think you can do it up for 16 years as
As a governor?
she's only been our governor since I think Trump was in office.
be a governor in the state of America?
Really? I
look it
remember
up.
when she ran.
4-year term, but he cannot serve more than 2 terms in a row.
Oh, so maybe you're
So
right.
it's her first term, so she could run again.
Oh, it's her second term. It's her second term right now.
They can't do 2 terms in a row.
No, so she's on her 4th year right now, which is why I remember
Okay.
she became governor when
In
Trump was still in
29.
office. I
Right.
remember because he didn't like her.
Of course not.
So, which means somebody else can run for the 4 years, but she can run again after that 4 years is up. She just can't do it 2 times in a row consecutively.
Oh, you can't?
No.
No.
As a
I
governor-
also
that's
just don't
weird.
Which is
understand
weird.
how the fuck a
How can a
felon
president
can
do that?
run. If they can't even vote, if a
can't
felon
even
can't
vote.
even fucking vote, how the fuck can they run?
It just
Hasn't he been charged guilty?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
on multiple
Where
accounts.
the fuck does that click?
It doesn't.
what- if you can't, like,
Why is he
most
not in
felons
jail is
can't
my
even
question.
get
Because he has
because that's the thing. Most
money. Money
felons
is power. Like,
Which I mean,
can't
if you
even
look-
get jobs,
Yeah.
let alone run
Literally.
the fucking country.
I mean, you gotta look at people like Jeffrey Epstein. How he was in jail. Oh, had to go to jail during the week, but he was allowed office time on weekends to
yeah,
go home.
and he had his special times because he was running
On
a
Epstein
business.
fucking island.
And they let him. They let him.
Because they were paying. That's the thing, is like, why the fuck are we letting such fucking shallow-minded people run our fucking country? And it's not even just. It's not. I'm not even talking just president or Senate or Congress or
All of
whatever.
them.
I'm
Everything,
talking about
every-
like actual
everyone.
fucking.
Every position.
We're letting normal humans that don't have the fucking concept of right or wrong run law enforcement and like fucking. Like, why? Like, Jeffrey Epstein, he's a piece of shit fucking jailbird that needs to stay in fucking jail.
No, he's dead.
I know.
But
I believe
Stay in jail, yes.
I firmly believe, because at that time when he died in jail is when all the shit was coming out about who went to his island and who did, because Beyonce and Jay-Z did and all those people. Donald Trump was in office. I believe that he hired somebody to kill him because he didn't want it to get out that he went to his island. Why
No.
would you? It's weird, you know?
Trump probably did.
That's why.
definitely
No, I
did.
think-
There's
I
pictures.
think
No, I mean, I'm saying hire. Like, what? Hire somebody.
believe-
Oh, it's because it was he hung himself. So I don't know, but his ego was so big. Like,
I just
who would
never-
kill? I don't think I wouldn't have seen a person like that
Kill
killing
themselves.
themselves.
No. Because in my eyes,
So-
I think he thought he was going to get out of it.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
Money is
I mean,
power.
like
Like
that
I just
too.
said. I mean,
Just
those
like Trump.
people.
Trump thinks he's gonna get out of this, and he probably fucking will. Which is
He will.
bullshit.
He will.
Oh,
Especially if he becomes president.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's going to make it completely
Yep.
forget it happened. I mean, look at all
Swept
the
under
people
the
he
rug.
pulled out of jail. Not that I don't like Kodak Black, but like, he did some fucked up shit and he got in prison.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
got him out. And now we have people like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and 50 Cent all supporting Trump. And it's like, if he had
Wait a
any
minute.
choice, you wouldn't be here. Simply because you have
Why
a different
are
skin
you
color
kidding?
than us. Yes. No, I'm not. I swear to God. Like,
What's
they
Eminem say?
genuinely support them.
Eminem.
He don't like Trump.
Of course.
He's made disses about him, so it's just like,
Yeah.
but like the rest of them, yeah, because he's gotten people out that they cared about out of prison.
So what?
So that's why.
That's
It's to
that's
get
what I'm
those
talking
people on
about.
his
These
side.
celebrities are taking advantage of, like, and they're letting them. They're
Yeah.
just fucking letting them. What makes
Yep.
that, like, the thing about it is they were normal one time too. When they
Yeah.
came out of their mom's fucking they weren't famous.
I mean, some people were
Well,
Nepo
yeah,
babies.
like the
like
Kardashians.
Kardashians. You were
You
born
came
into
out
that
famous.
shit. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
That happens, but in the same sense, like,
Well, they weren't born famous. They
were
became
wealthy
famous
as
when they
fuck,
were
though.
young.
Yeah.
They were still
born
fucking
into wealth.
wealthy.
Yeah. And it definitely blew up for them when the OJ trial happened, and then their dad blew up, and then their dad died, and then Kim had a sex tape. And then, you know how that goes.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, they have no talent, but they're still successful as fuck.
And not
because
they have
influence.
I love the Kardashians. I think they're funny. Like, you know, I love watching them
they're
and stuff
hilarious.
like that. But like,
what do you do?
they could easily take advantage of, you know, anything. They're the most famous people in the world.
Yeah.
1,000%. Like, they make
have
more
the
money
most
than
influence.
anybody.
That
Kylie's
family,
the youngest billionaire in the world, right?
she was, she still is the youngest
Yeah.
woman or youngest person to become a billionaire.
Their
but
net worth together is like more. Everybody could still she could give everybody in America or everybody in the world
$1 million.
$1 million
and be fine.
and still have like 100 billion.
Literally.
For what?
Literally,
What the fuck?
Chris, if you're seeing this,
Chris, baby,
I
love
need
you so
you,
much.
to adopt me.
Nah, I just need her to send me like allowance
You can manage us.
if you want. We'll let you momager us. We love you, Chrissy Poo Poo.
I do not like the Kardashians at all.
I'd like Chris. Chris can. You know what, Chris? You go ahead.
Honey,
Get us
my
some
whole
sponsorships.
family is just very like that's just why I don't ever want to be famous. I don't ever want to have that mentality of which I think, you know, they never grew up struggling, so they'll never know.
And it changes you.
Oh, absolutely.
100% it
Money
changes you.
absolutely fucking changes
And it disgusting. And so does social media. You see the
Yeah.
Sturniolo triplets, they are not the same as they used to be. They're one, not as funny. Two, they're doing shit for the views, and that just it happens naturally because those views fucking fuel you.
Because it
I
fuels
don't
the money.
give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if I make money off of this. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I could
cool.
not.
People hearing what we have to say is super fucking cool, but like, I just don't give a fuck.
No, I could
don't
make
care
money
about being
cool if I
famous.
don't. I literally don't give a fuck. I like, yeah, that's the
I'd
thing.
rather
I don't
not
ever
be
want
famous.
to be. That's my thing. I don't have the desire to ever be, because with being famous comes a lot of money, and with a lot of money comes a lot of stalkers.
And
With
comes
a lot
a lot
of
of fake ass fucking
everybody
people.
knows.
And at the end of the day,
people.
it's just gonna be the
Yeah.
people sitting in this
And
fucking
once you put it out there, like, oh, I do have money, people are gonna know.
Right.
People are going to come out of the woodworks
Yeah,
to get to be your friend again.
exactly.
Or
And
to
that's
get to
just
date
not-
you.
I don't like that. No, it's just
Yeah.
not cool to me.
No.
That's why it's like, I mean, I could, and like if we make money off of, like, that's
Fuck yeah,
great.
that's awesome.
That's fucking cool.
But it never has to change who we
Yeah.
are.
No.
No.
And we could not ever make money, and I would still do it.
No. And the part that breaks my heart, back to the Sturniolos, is they like just seemed so genuine at first.
They were.
And now I know.
They were them.
And now that they've, you know, and I'm not, LA changes people. It does. When you go and you move, and
I have
you
no
are
desire to ever go
consistent-
there.
Fuck no. Are you kidding
God,
me?
no.
Do you know how much money you have to be making?
I have no
Fuck
desire
you.
to ever.
I'm good. Like, and I don't like, it's bad enough. I'd rather
I enjoy
move
winter.
to.
I don't care.
I agree.
Me too.
I agree. Yes, our potholes are crazy, but I'd rather not catch on fire.
No, literally.
Thanks.
Right, being so
On fucking
all the
Rodeo
time.
Drive. Like, I'm good, babe.
Right. I'd have to be
so
if
good.
if I lived in California, I'd have to be living on the stars because no.
deadass.
Like
No,
I
have to
wouldn't
be
make
fucking
enough money.
batshit rich.
Oh my
Like,
god.
no, seriously. This hasn't been a very like laughing podcast. This has been a very serious one.
Very serious.
Which is
That's
fine.
okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
fine.
it's, you know, but
I think it's very in tune with what's going on right now.
yeah, I agree.
I like that. But we could go to a funny topic. We
Well,
could, like,
I
switch it up.
I
don't
looked at
know.
my notes and I wrote this down a couple days ago because I saw it on Facebook. I fucking love Facebook. I live on Facebook. Like this bit, we both live on fucking Facebook.
love
Because this
Facebook.
morning,
I love Facebook
I was up
too.
at like 8:30. She commented on something, and it was right after I woke up, and I immediately replied,
Literally,
like a fucking mother.
dude.
Like
Seriously, I was like, holy fuck.
I know, I expected that completely. But so I saw this, and it was a comment. It was like a reply to somebody being a fucking idiot or some shit like that. And the comment said, this shit, literally, I had to reread it to understand what it meant. Says, I bet you eat Snickers upside down because you like the veiny texture.
Like a
That's
And it was like a response to
crazy.
it, dude. I was like, bro, that is perfect. I bet, hey, I bet you eat a Snickers upside down because you like the veiny texture, you little freak.
just like, what the fuck?
You little
Imagine
freaky.
saying that to somebody, bro. Like,
In
Dude,
person.
imagine coming up with that. How legendary are you? Like,
Top
what
tier.
else is up there, babe? Because keep it spinning.
but also, like, I don't know. Could you ever look at a Snickers the same after making that comment? You know what I mean?
You know, like,
Like maybe he was
I
eating
can
one.
see
Maybe he
that.
was eating one, and he thought about it, and he was like, "Man, this kind of reminds me of like a really veiny."
Oh my god, that's
And
when
then-
you think about the Snickers, you see that. And
Yeah.
you probably eat a Snicker upside down. I was like, gagged as fuck. I literally couldn't even laugh. I was like, oh my god. I wanted to talk about like masculinity and like femininity. Cause like we're not very. I mean, we. Okay, let me just give my point of view. So I feel like as a big bitch, I don't feel as feminine most of the time because I am significantly larger.
Got a big
You know what
back.
I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I
get
take
you.
up a decent amount of space and I'm fully aware of that, which is fine. But it like makes you not feel feminine. And I don't like that. And
Right.
that's like
I mean,
when I don't have makeup on, I feel like a whole
when I
man.
don't have my titties out,
Here's my thing though about that.
Yeah.
And I guess, I can't really whatever. But there's a lot of bigger women out there who firmly believe that they are beautiful no matter what.
Yeah.
Not that I'm being mean. That
No.
is definitely a mental battle.
No, 1,000%.
Yeah.
That's just something you have to figure your way through.
Right.
Because honestly, I don't think either, and I'll tell you guys, you are two of the most beautiful girls I've ever met in my entire life. I don't care if you're fucking skinny or if you take up the whole goddamn room. I don't care.
We take up the whole room.
But
No,
I
I
can
know.
genuinely look at both of you and be like, those are very beautiful girls, just naturally. Like, you don't have to wear makeup, and you guys are both very beautiful. That's just the thing. And people say that shit all the time. Like, no, he doesn't think you guys are like hot, but he's like, they both have very cute faces. Like, their faces, they're very beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, they are. And I was like, that's just why, although sometimes, like, I don't think people put aside the, like, I hate the fact that it's, like, the whole body weight. Why do you care so
Yeah.
much about that shit
That's
is
what I'm
my
saying.
thing.
And that's
like, they
why-
can't put that aside. You're
Right.
still beautiful inside and out. Your personality's pretty. You're pretty yourself. Both of you are. So it's just, like, why... Me, if you can't put anything like that aside, you have a very weak mind.
Right.
yeah.
You're very
That's
weak-minded.
why, like,
And that's why I
When-
don't want anybody like that around.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
and like I want so bad, but I only want it from somebody that truly.
Well, speak out truth, man.
I mean, Amelia, no. Dude, no, when I tell you, I'm having dreams about fictional fucking characters, dog. Like Klaus is steady in my mind. When I tell you, I got fucked so hard by him in my. No, I don't want it by somebody who doesn't truly love me and think that I'm gorgeous, like beautiful,
No,
in every
understandable,
single
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I'm like, because it's not.
I'm
like,
the same way.
I'm not going out and getting no willy nilly. Sorry,
Yeah, no,
No.
I'm the same way.
ever again. How about that?
Like,
Let me
that's
just
one thing.
rephrase.
Yeah, there's
Ever again by a man who literally, a boy rather, who literally couldn't even voice what he truly wanted and let
'Cause
me
he didn't
figure
know.
it out on my. Because you didn't know.
He didn't know.
You didn't know. Okay, let me just say this. You didn't know, but you were too much of a fucking coward and a little bitch and didn't know how to fucking phrase it. And I had to put it together because I'm smarter than two of your fucking brains together.
Period.
I said what I fucking said.
She spoke her
Because
truth.
boys don't think before they do.
No, they just
Ever.
do.
No.
And
ever.
ask for forgiveness.
Yes.
No.
And no.
And it's, no.
There's going to be people out there that will not give you forgiveness because
Right.
you fucked up too many times.
Yeah,
or even just
seriously.
one time really bad. It's
Lying
like,
to me once and letting
Done.
me figure it out and making me look fucking stupid or me letting you fucking make me look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Blink, blink. Fuck you. Like, I don't
just
give a
like,
fuck,
no.
bro.
Yeah.
And, like, yes, does it still, like, obviously, yes, it still fucking affects me because I'm pissed the fuck off.
Yeah.
Because, like, I just can't, bro. I'm like,
Boys are just very stupid.
like you are
They
so
are.
fucking shallow. Are you simple?
they're
you
they're
fucking
simple-minded.
simple?
They're
They're very
one-tracked
simple.
mind.
Yeah.
So fucking
One track
they
simple.
see, they'll fuck anything without a fucking tail.
Yeah,
Literally.
Seriously.
Literally.
They literally, whatever they can get, they will do.
Right.
And
I'm
it's
like,
sad
dude,
It's very
because they have
sad.
no morals.
This generation, guys,
I'm like,
wise,
actually
is
smack
really
They
bad.
have no morals.
It's really bad. Like,
Whereas, like, back then, men had morals. They always wanted that one perfect woman, that they
Right.
could go to. They didn't want to
Yeah.
fucking sleaze
All
around.
of them.
And, like, that's where some of, like, well, I can't find a girl. Like, I absolutely cannot stand that motherfucker because it's like, you cannot expect us to be loyal to you if you're gonna have 16 other girlfriends. Because if you're gonna have 16, I'm gonna have 30.
90.
Literally.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna go 10 times more than you do.
Mm-hmm.
And then they complain, oh, well, she can't stay loyal to me. She's not the one. Maybe if you would have gave the same energy, I would have gave that back.
Listen,
Literally.
you're getting the energy you give, motherfucker.
Literally.
Understand that.
and they think we're gonna go out of our way to do like 10 times more than they do for us.
No,
No.
baby boo.
No.
Baby
You
boo.
can't even manage to get me
No.
fucking flowers.
Or like, I don't mean to like say this.
What are you gonna say?
Period.
But
Absolutely.
like,
This is our podcast. Nobody else's.
dude, so like,
Love it or hate it. I
No,
don't
I'm
give a
talking
fuck.
about like you. When who
Talking.
You can say his name. I don't give
when
a fuck.
who shall not be named.
Hello, how are you?
How many minutes in are we?
50.
Quit your hooting and hollering up in here.
But when he came with the little bag and then something else, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. And I caught it on the ring and everything.
It was so cute.
I was like, this is so cute. When she told me what he got her, I was like, my
Okay, so
God.
let me just reiterate here and
Yeah,
basically
go ahead.
know that I'm on the same track.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So you seen him on the Ring camera with a little bag.
Yes,
Just
for
a little bag?
Valentine's Day.
Okay, just a little bag.
Little bag with stuff for Valentine's Day for her.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was cute, like pink bag, purple,
Right.
red bag, something
Okay.
like that.
So what was in the bag?
Condoms, weed, and cones. And I think fuzzy socks.
When I heard that, I was like, run. I literally was like, run, bitch.
Especially condoms. Bye.
No, literally.
Well, we had a conversation. So there was context. He knew he was getting some that night.
And he did. He did tap that
And
ass.
he did in fact tap that ass.
He did in fact hit. Bro.
Bye-bye
But it's
virginity.
just like, was that the day you lost your virginity? It was on Valentine's Day? Okay.
Cute. I mean, it works.
I
Now
guess,
it's
but
fucking
like,
bullshit. I'm
I
like,
mean, it is
okay,
what it
dude.
is now.
but like, did
I
you
straight told
already
him.
have condoms?
No.
Oh, okay. So then I guess,
Not
you know.
from... Dude, when I tell... You're gonna literally die, bro.
What?
This is so funny.
I had condoms before anyway because bought them for me. They're like
Yeah.
I think they were the bearskin ones or whatever.
Right.
Cool. When I tell you the condoms that he got
Were too
big for him.
the ones that you got?
No, the ones that he got. I was like,
Have you never
I
bought a
still have
condom in your
them.
life? Like, I'm
What?
confused.
Okay, so now here's my next question. What size were the ones that you?
they were just the bare ones, so they're like form fitting basically. So
Okay.
they're not
Little
like,
ones.
yeah.
Okay,
You got the
so
magnums.
No, I don't think so.
You're right. They weren't the magnums.
but it was like
They were,
still
they
too
were like
big.
fucking
Like whatever
size
size.
ones.
There's like small and then Magnum. There's something in between. Whatever
Yeah,
that one
I
yeah,
is.
don't
like
even know.
average
It was
or
like the
something.
fucking like
Average. So like the small ones are like, wow, you have a really small dick. That's what it says on the package. It says small penis. Average penis.
I'm not,
Magnum.
I mean, he wasn't like tiny, but like
How big?
Like
Hard.
forearm.
Wow,
On your-
hard.
on your forearm. Like,
Yeah, like how big hard?
show
I don't
it.
give a fuck about
I'm
soft.
trying to think. I can't. Probably no bigger than my phone.
Show the camera. No bigger than your phone.
Which
Okay.
my phone's like.
That's average. It's
Yeah, I mean, if you
decent.
do
It's
too
not
much-
Five
awful.
and a
Like
half,
too
six.
much
I mean,
is
it
like
wasn't
Mine is, mine's a little bigger. Not mine, but like mine.
Your
Yes.
fucking
bigger.
massive. I
It's
know,
a
Big
little
Daddy
bigger.
Ballsack. My sexy
Right.
name is
My
Big Pookie Bear.
penis is bigger than anybody else's out there, but
Ever.
my
in life.
my I love you. Is bigger, a little bigger than that. But if you do any bigger, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't want huge
I don't
because it's
need
gonna
you
hurt.
to push up
No,
against my
especially when you're
fucking
hitting from
pelvic
the
bone.
back. That shit
Mhm.
fucking hurts.
Like there's some times with like, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but he didn't got no fucking long schlong. You know what I mean? Like it's not like abnormally huge.
Right,
where I'm
right.
like, holy shit.
Like, bro, chill.
Like it's a nice decent size, you
Right.
know. But there's just still sometimes where I'm like, babe, you gotta like calm it
Settle
the fuck
down. Be a
Right.
little
It
more
hurts.
gentle.
Stop trying to hit my fucking
Because
ribs.
when it hits my cervic wall, you
That
you
hurts.
feel that shit and it hurts.
Especially from the
awful.
back. I remember I literally was like, God
like,
damn. I was like,
It literally takes your breath away. You're like,
and they think it's like good. I'm like,
You're like,
no,
you're like
no.
that.
you like that?
I do not, in fact, do not like
girl.
that. Good girl. And then they just keep going. You're like,
Touched it.
Yeah, feel good. No,
Good girl.
motherfucker.
I
I
say-
say that to you.
What?
Does it feel good? Good girl. Oh.
Importantly, do you like it?
I don't mind.
I don't either.
It's okay. It kind of eggs me on a little bit, I guess. What I'm like, but okay. You know I'm doing it.
Oh yeah, you know I'm getting the fucking do it. Like, you're
The look back is so real.
You're asking him. You fucking like that? Yeah, you fucking like that?
Yeah, I know you do. I mean, yes, he does say that. I don't mind it. But no, I'm not like I don't. I guess it just. you like that? Oh, you like that, daddy? Oh, you like that? See, we don't do words like daddy and mommy. I'm not I'm not that
never.
person. No. But like, you could tell me a good girl, and I'm not gonna mind it, you know.
Oh my
But
God.
it also a way that keeps me egging on.
Right.
But my thing is, and it's not like I don't think it's a kink. I like to hear whether it feels good or not for them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
whether my
get
coochie is that wop or not. You know what I mean?
I got that
I tell you, that shit's a
So like
water park.
when I hear that, when it's like, oh, that feels really good, that's what gets me going.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Okay, I'll keep that.
You like
penis.
hearing it moan. Ooh, yeah,
Like,
keep hitting that motherfucking spot, bitch.
But like, but no, if it hurts, I literally just look at Gabe and I go, ow. And then he's like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is like being able to laugh during sex is one of like the most important parts.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. We
Because
do it
it's
all the
like,
time.
It's not that fucking serious.
Sometimes I
Like,
joke,
yes,
too.
you may be putting your meat in my fucking bahoonie, but like,
Well, it gets really funny though.
but like shit's hilarious. Like, keep laughing.
Yeah, sometimes I'll like, you know, how, like sometimes I'll break out in song and I'll like sing something that I'm gonna say or whatever. I'll be like, whatever, and I'll do something like that. I'll do it all the time.
During sex.
Fuck yeah, and he like literally, literally, and like we'll laugh about it and then just go right back in.
Well,
you know
yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
of
It's just, I think that is very like you gotta have that, you know,
yeah.
and not make it awkward. Like I've never had
Yeah.
it be awkward between us, but also fucking friends.
Right.
So
That's the thing
That's
about it is why
important.
it's been so hard for me is because we were friends, not only like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm fucking fucked, basically.
yeah.
I haven't had sex in a year, so
We could not be dating and we could put all the like having sex aside and the affection, like all of that. We could put that aside and I'd still be best friends with you. Like I told him, you know, I told them this the other day. Say I was dating one of your friends, like, and I wasn't dating you. You weren't the one that I was dating. Say I was
Right.
dating one of them.
Right.
Right. And we all hung out in a group. I'd still be I was like, if I broke up with that guy or they broke up with me, I was like, I still would be friends with you.
Right.
And that's just the way, like, and he was like, yeah, I totally like get what you mean because I feel that way. And I was like, just I could be like, I'm like, I feel like I've known you my whole life. You're my best fucking friend. Like I literally don't know like how to put it to you because I was trying to like explain to him like and make him understand. Because when people say that, they're like, oh, you just think of me as a friend. And it's like, no, I don't. You're still my boyfriend, but you're my best fucking friend. Like, that's just, to me, that's not friend zoning you.
You need to be able to hang out with somebody and not just fuck.
Yeah, literally. Like, and actually spend time with him instead of being like, intimacy is fine.
Right.
But it's not required all the time. And you need to learn how to be intimate without having sex.
Right.
At all
'Cause
times.
Intimacy sprouts from, you know,
Yeah.
that friendship. Like, we don't have intimacy, not in that way.
Right.
But we do. There's
It's different
friendship
levels.
Intimacy in the
Yeah.
same way. Intimacy is universal.
Absolutely. And it doesn't mean that you're only having sex.
No.
Like, it's very simple things. Conversation with somebody can be
those
intimate.
feelings, those like
Yeah.
deep conversations. If anything, we have the most intimacy out of fucking anybody
Really.
in my life.
Yeah.
In each other's lives because we've
Seriously.
been through so much shit together.
Yeah. Especially all three of us.
Right.
yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. You know what I
especially in the like past, like the
Like,
whole time
past
we've
year.
known you.
mean? Basically.
Yeah, seriously.
Like literally.
As soon as you guys met me,
And
everything
before,
just
but,
started
like-
going fucking
No,
down.
literally,
just
we
got-
went to
met
fucking,
you, and you're-
we went to Florida. Mom died. Like
Yeah.
that entire like year and a half. The summer was fine.
Yeah, the
most
summer was
part.
fine, and the
Yeah.
summer I think before was fine. The only thing
summer
that
before, we
happened
weren't
was
friends.
your pa died.
The summer before we weren't friends. Summer 2021. We didn't. That was when we That's when we started cos school. We didn't meet until the fall of that year, or when
And then
school started.
Pa died in that January.
Yeah, but I still remember when
2022,
he passed
he
away because you came running into the classroom and gave me a hug.
That was in the summer before. I think before No, that was in summer classes. So when we
Yeah.
were in for the 6 weeks. So yeah.
Yeah, I
'Cause
remember.
I went to after me and mom went to court.
I remember.
Yeah.
Court.
For
The house.
The house. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
on the other side of that, so
Yeah. But
not in court. I was in school like a good girl.
I was supposed to be in school, but then I dipped out and went to my grandma's house after, and then came to cause crying.
Yeah.
I literally
And everybody was like trying to walk back there. What's wrong with her? And I was like, leave her the fuck alone.
did too. You know, I walked back because I was like,
I know you were like,
I think I walked like into it, and then I walked out, and I was like, Amelia, come here.
I know. And then everybody's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, stay out
Not your
here.
fucking biz, dog.
Literally fucking stay out here and don't. Because, like, anytime that I would be crying, like, even you would do it, they would all fucking come up and herd around me. I remember that one time I was sitting there crying next to my locker, like, just bawling my eyes out. And they all, like, came herding around me trying to give me, like, a group hug.
Bro.
And I was just like, can you back the fuck up?
There was a point where I just stopped doing that because I was like, this bitch does not want that.
No, like, I need everybody to back the fuck. I don't mind if it's you, but when it's a bunch of people I barely fucking know and I just go to
Right.
school with them, please back up.
Like,
I
I
don't
couldn't
want you
even
all
get
up
in.
You couldn't. I remember because they were all just.
like.
And mind you, Madison, what's wrong? What's wrong?
You
And I'm
at the
like,
moment.
I literally can't breathe right now. I'm about to throw up. So please get up so I can go to the bathroom.
When, fuck, I don't even know what it was. It was towards the end of last year of school, and something happened, and these motherfuckers dead ass stopped everything they were doing while you were crying. Because I think Miss asked like what was wrong or whatever, and that got everyone's attention. I turned around, I said, "Carry on."
Yeah, because I was sitting there I remember what it was. I didn't think I would have enough money to go to States. I was like freaking the fuck out because I was returning bottles, doing all this, and I didn't have the money for it. Nor did I was trying to make it to the point where my parents didn't have to worry about it, pretty much, because we were tight on money. And I remember Miss like, what's wrong? And then I remember she asked me later on that day, she was like, is this just an excuse so you don't have to go to States?
Yes.
No, I'm saying that because I don't have the fucking money to go.
No funds, bitch. No funds.
Like, just because
No man in finance, 6'5", blue eyes, like you don't got it.
Like, I'm the only
figured out a
reason
way.
I did it was to prove her fucking wrong. It's because she didn't think I was gonna go, and I didn't really want to do it after the second one because told me, that she was the only one that she had potential in coming out of this with a trophy, and that it wasn't me. She told her that, and then me the night before my competition that I had to be up for at 6 o'clock in the morning. I was like, thanks. That didn't make me any more
why
nervous.
would she say that?
Because
to
she's
you?
a dumb
Because
bitch.
she's a dumb. She knew it'd get
I would
under
have
my
said it to you
skin.
maybe after, not
Right,
at all.
but like literally,
after, not
that's
at
just
all.
something.
Miriam's a
Not
dumb
at all.
bitch. It's
And
the
that's-
same people that are so fucking religious that are fucking assholes.
She didn't do it this year.
I wonder why. This is at 2%.
because I missed so much school.
An hour and 12.
Ooh, yeah. Let's be.
Stop this
Yes.
one, and then I feel like we should record again.
What time is
Bye. Bye.
Queens.
See ya. That abruptly
See
ended.
ya.
Bye.